He's won in Vegas before, but maybe this is the most important win. Denny Hamlin is going to Phoenix.
The South Point 400 turned from a playoff showdown into a total beatdown. Denny Hamlin didn't just take the win, he destroyed Kyle Larson's momentum and silenced every critic in the stands. This wasn't luck or strategy, it was a brutal display of power from a driver who's tired of being underestimated. Kyle Larson came into Las Vegas with momentum, confidence, and a team firing on all cylinders. He led 129 laps, won Stage 2, and looked every bit like a man on a mission. For most of the race, he was untouchable. But in NASCAR, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And with just a few laps to go, everything fell apart.
Between teammates, how do they race each other? What's the level of respect?
Outside.
Here comes Hamlin again! Goes up on the high side. Remember, it's a 2-tire stop versus a 4-tire stop. Denny's better equipped with 4 new...
The drama began to peak around lap 260. Chase Briscoe had the lead, but Denny Hamlin had a secret weapon, 4 fresh tires, and a strategy that would prove lethal. Hamlin sliced through the field with surgical precision, catching and passing Briscoe with just 4 laps remaining. But it wasn't Briscoe who took the biggest hit. It was Larson, who had been battling at the front all day, only to watch Hamlin zoom past and claim the win. The final margin? 1.533 seconds. That's all it took to flip the playoff picture upside down. While Hamlin celebrated his 60th career victory, Larson was left watching from second place, his title hopes suddenly in doubt. And the sting wasn't just about losing, it was about how he lost. After the race, Larson didn't hide his disappointment. He tried to keep it analytical, talking about tire strategies and the threat of Team Penske at Phoenix. But his words betrayed the weight of the moment. "We don't want to see them win," he said about the Penske drivers. "They'll be crazy fast at Phoenix." It was clear. This race wasn't just about points, it was personal. And who could blame him? Ryan Blaney had already crashed out with a blown tire on lap 72, slamming into the turn 4 wall and ending his day early. The 2023 champion now finds himself in a deep hole, 31 points below the cut line and likely needing a win to advance. Joey Logano, meanwhile, managed a 6th place finish thanks to a 2-tire gamble late in the race, but still sits 24 points behind the cutoff. Larson had a golden opportunity to put distance between himself and the field. Instead, he watched Hamlin steal the spotlight, and what made it worse was how it happened. Hamlin's late race charge wasn't just smart, it was ruthless. He took Larson's line, made a rare outside pass, and didn't flinch. "He must have nailed the bottom behind me. It was over from there," Larson admitted. "He did an awesome job. I felt like I was up on the wheel. He did a really good job." For a driver as competitive as Larson, giving out compliments after a defeat like that speaks volumes. It wasn't just a race, it was a lesson. Hamlin showed the kind of veteran poise that only comes from decades of high-stakes competition, and he did it on a night where everything mattered. The implications are massive. With this win, Hamlin locked himself into the championship 4, giving him a 2-week head start on preparing for Phoenix. And with 3 wins and a 10.2 average finish at that track, he's now the clear favorite to win it all. Meanwhile, Larson, despite his stellar run, finds himself vulnerable heading into Talladega. And that's the real kicker. Talladega is no ordinary race. It's chaos in a bottle where one misstep can destroy a season. Larson knows this all too well. His average finish there? A nerve-wracking 21. Even with a 35-point cushion, nothing is guaranteed. "We'll just try and go and execute like we have been," he said, trying to sound confident. But behind those words is the fear that everything could slip away. His rivals smell blood. Christopher Bell has been on a tear, scoring his 3rd straight podium. He finished 3rd at Las Vegas and moved from 4 points below to 20 above the cut line. Logano and Blaney are desperate and dangerous, and William Byron, despite a brutal crash in Vegas that ended his day in 36th, has the superspeedway credentials to bounce back. He's a 2-time Daytona 500 winner and fully capable of forcing a rewrite of this year's championship story. Even further down the field, Chase Elliott's playoff dreams took a major hit in Vegas after a costly, uncontrolled tire penalty. His pit crew ranked 28th on the day, and the mistake forced him to serve a pass-through under green, which derailed his entire race. Despite rallying to get back on the lead lap, Elliott never regained contention and now sits 23 points below the elimination line. That kind of setback isn't unique this deep in the playoffs. Every detail matters, every pit stop, every tire call, every block on track. The tiniest miscue can shift the championship tide, and Las Vegas proved just how brutal that shift can be. For Larson, it wasn't just Hamlin's speed, it was the relentless perfection of execution that made all the difference. And Hamlin wasn't shy about what it meant. Fighting back tears, he dedicated the win to his father and thanked his crew for making the right calls. Put the pedal down the last 10 laps, made it happen. If you would have asked me yesterday, I would have said no, he said. Just super proud of this team for making the adjustments they did. It was heartfelt, but it also sent a message. This wasn't luck, it was legacy in the making. This wasn't just a win on the scoreboard, it was a power shift in the playoff hierarchy. Hamlin's crew chief, Chris Gale, made the call to go with 4 fresh tires on the final pit stop, a decision that ultimately put them in position to take the lead in the closing laps. That move separated contenders from pretenders and elevated Hamlin's shot at his elusive first title. Larson, meanwhile, is still very much in the hunt, but the tone has changed. There's now a sense of urgency, a realization that dominance doesn't guarantee results. Despite back-to-back runner-up finishes, including one the week before to Shane Van Gisbergen at the Roval, Larson is staring down the barrel of Talladega and Martinsville knowing he has to be flawless. The pressure isn't just on the track, it's psychological. Being passed in the final laps by a veteran who out-strategized you burns deep. Larson acknowledged as much, saying, "That's an area where we have closed the gap a lot with them and maybe surpassed JGR," referring to his team's flat track improvements. But even that confidence comes with a shadow of doubt now. And with Hamlin now sitting comfortably with his championship 4 ticket punched, the rest of the field knows the bar has been raised. The next 2 races are more than just about performance, they're about survival. Any mistake could be fatal, and any bold move could define a career. What makes this entire scenario so gripping is the history between Larson and Hamlin. These two have battled before, exchanged jabs, and pushed each other to the limit. There's mutual respect, sure, but there's also a simmering rivalry. With Phoenix looming, the big picture becomes clearer. This isn't just a race for a championship, it's a battle for legacy. Hamlin, the veteran chasing his first Cup title. Larson, the former champion trying to reclaim the crown. The stakes couldn't be higher. As we look ahead, Talladega looms large, a place where chaos is the norm and heartbreak is common. Larson knows one bad push, one poorly timed block, or one rogue spin could erase everything he's worked for all season. And the rest of the field, they know this might be their last shot. So, as the playoff drama intensifies, one thing is certain. The story of the 2025 NASCAR season won't be complete without this brutal, brilliant battle in Las Vegas. Hamlin made a statement, and Larson, he's got 2 races to answer back. Because this war isn't over, it's just getting started.